hello there! Let's keep your week rolling just right with the right mix of news and conversations. Whether you're catching us online or watching us on TV, hop on, join the chat. I'm Paolo de Rosario.
Hello there, beautiful people. I'm Asis-Carilo. Here's your daily dose of deep dives and good vibes. Welcome to
Beautiful Day! Alright, so ladies and gentlemen, and I just found out na may function pala yung laptop mo.
Oo naman. What do you mean?
No, because apparently we can now read comments on our YouTube page, on our Facebook, na pwede ng live.
That's right.
Kaya that's why I actually say, join the chat. Kasi literal, sumama po kayo and then go join us wherever you are. If you're watching us on TV, load us up on your phone, subscribe, like, the bell button, lahat na sa Bilyonaryo News Channel. And then, of course, it's available on Facebook, on YouTube, and then Anna has a laptop that works. So,
exactly.
Gumagana po siya.
Hindi siya props.
Yes.
Yeah, I think the first day medyo props siya, but now, this is really my laptop. It works, you know, so marami siyang function. And I mean, we reformatted to a podcast-style show, so might as well make use of our online presence.
Yep.
And we have a lot of people watching us online, and they really send messages.
Yeah.
Because I always read I back read on the messages, and they always react to our interviews and everything. So now you can do that. You can type in your comments, and we can read them on air.
Alam mo, I've made it my policy, majority of my life, not to read the comments. In general,
Wow, very
good or
celebrity.
bad. Hindi, good or bad.
Okay.
Kasi, syempre, like, you know, you get too high or you get too low. Yan yung thinking ko eh. But because we're now forced to read, remember, if you like our comments, if you like our show, I'm Paolo, that's Ann. If you don't like our show, our names are Monique. All right? That just so klaro tayo, okay? I'm Paolo, she's Ann. If you like our show, if you don't, both our names are Monique.
Yeah, if your comments are positive, your messages are positive, you can send it to Paolo del Rosario or Ann Asis-Carilo. Negative comments,
Monique C. Tuzon
Monique
on
Tuzon.
IG.
Yes.
06, may 06 ata siya. All right, but of course we got a great show here because we have a creator na napaka-creative talaga. I have no idea how Tonya is going produces what she produces kasi I don't know, it's such a skill being able to imitate people.
Yeah,
to
hindi
mimic
madali,
them.
especially the people that she tries to impersonate, and she gets it, like really get every nuance, diba? Parang even the changes in their voice, she gets it. And the energy from Tony is just wow. Sa makeup room pa lang, I'll be like, Tony! Yes! Hi!
Ang galing.
Sabi ko nga, we have to do a TikTok. The three of us.
That's why you're here. And we also do have, so Weather HQ, we have an interesting guest as well. Kasi sa Weather HQ, we're going to be talking to the Cebu City Mayor. Kasi yung Cebu, as an LGU, have already banned plastics as well.
Okay.
It's interesting. We've seen a couple of LGUs already do it, but then, syempre, ang laki ng Cebu. So we're going to see how that happens. And of course, we also have Sputnik Aviation coming in.
We're going to take flight today.
Ooh, yes. And alam mo, I mean, like, the owners are good friends of mine, and just seeing it, all I could say is it fits yung bilyonaryo profile natin. It's aviation simulation done at a higher level. It's one of the first in the Philippines. Can't wait to talk about Sputnik in a bit.
When you were telling me about that the other day, I was like, I want to try.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ako, I don't know. Pwede lang ba, like, nakahiga, nagla-lounge na ako sa whatever.
Passenger ka lang, passenger. Okay.
Yung mga, like, I wanna feel what a passenger princess feels like, pero sa aeroplano instead. But then, ganun talaga.
I can totally see you as a passenger princess.
I don't know about that. We'll see. All right, but then as always, we got some news that we got to talk about first.
Of course. And for those who are just about to leave their homes, let's check the traffic situation this morning. In major roads at this hour, here's what's happening along EDSA Quezon Avenue flyover. Left side are the vehicles going to Quiapo. We're seeing light to moderate traffic already on that stretch. Right side are vehicles going to Quezon Memorial Circle. Light traffic on that area. Now this time, let's take a look at EDSA Orense in Makati. Left side are vehicles going to Pasay City, no problem yet. As of this hour, on the right side are vehicles going to Shaw Boulevard, light traffic as well. Now, the expanded vehicle number coding scheme is in full swing. It's a Wednesday, so vehicles with license plates ending in 5 and 6 should be off the road right about now until 10 a.m. and again later from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. Now let's go find out what the weather will be like this Wednesday. Paolo has today's forecast from Weather HQ. Take it away, Pal.
Thank you so much, Anne. Let's take a look at our local weather because as for our weather today, we're expecting more rains across the country. Now, this is because we have two weather systems that continue to affect us. Let's take a look at the first one that we are concerned of first. According to Pag-asa, as of 3 a.m. today, a low pressure area or LPA was spotted around 975 kilometers southeast of southeastern Luzon. Meanwhile, the southwest monsoon, which is on the other side, right over here, or the Habagat, continues to bring rain to the rest of the country. Now, let's go on over first to Luzon, where the Bicol region will see cloudy skies with scattered rain showers and thunderstorms. Now, this is all because of the LPA. Once again, the LPA is on over the left side of the country. That's why the rainy areas here in the Bicol region will be there. Now, for those in Metro Manila, Mimaropa, Cavite, Laguna, Batangas, Zambales, and Bataan, the LPA is also enhancing the Habagat. So expect mostly cloudy skies with off and on rain and occasional thunderstorms all throughout the day. So if you're heading out for school, going to work, or errands for today, don't forget, magpayong po kayo. Now, moving on to Eastern Visayas, residents will also experience cloudy skies with the occasional rain and thunderstorms, all because of the LPA. Now, the rest of the Visayas region won't be spared either because of the enhanced Habagat. There is still a chance, though, of scattered showers and thunderstorms. Now, for motorists, please give yourself a little extra time to travel and be careful out there because roads, more likely than not, may be slippery. Now, moving on to Mindanao, especially in Surigao del Norte, Dinagat Islands, the LPA will also bring cloudy weather and scattered rain showers with thunderstorms. The southwest monsoon will also affect other parts of the region, so you can expect similarly wet and cloudy conditions all throughout the day. Now, to everyone heading out, please remember, stay safe, stay dry, and check your local weather updates before leaving home. Now, let's talk more about that LPA and the possible scenarios surrounding the low pressure area that is currently inside our Philippine Air Responsibility. I'm gonna move on over to the side para makita nyo ang magandang graphics po natin. According to Pag-asa, this LPA has a high chance of developing into a tropical cyclone possibly later today or tomorrow. But do not wait for this LPA to turn into a storm before you prepare because it can already bring rain and strong winds, especially to the eastern parts of the country. So, my reminder to everyone, start preparing as early as now and make sure to stay updated through reliable weather sources, just like us. Now, let's take a look at our local sea conditions. Pag-asa has not issued any gale warning today, so generally, you are allowed to go out to sea. But for our fisherfolk and seafarers in the northern and western parts of Luzon, as well as the western side of the Visayas region, the sea may be moderate, which means waves can still be strong. So please be extra careful, especially if you are on smaller boats. Now, in other parts of the country, light to moderate winds may bring slightly choppy waters, but generally, conditions are manageable. Still, because of the LPA and the southwest monsoon, there's a chance that the sea could get rough in some areas. So, to our fishermen, mariners, passengers, and other boat operators, please stay alert and prioritize your safety while out at sea. Our advice, whether you're on land or at sea, just be weather ready so nothing ruins your beautiful day. Got that? Good. That's it for Weather HQ at the moment. And back to you.
Thank you so much, Pao. Now let's take a look at what's happening in national news. Malacanang debunked circulating reports linking First Lady Liza Araneta Marcos to the death of Rustan's heir, Paolo Tantoco. The palace clarified that Tantoco was not part of the First Lady's official entourage. She did not stay at the hotel where he had died, and she had separate activities on March 8.
Nakakalungkot dahil yung mga pribadong tao na nagluluksa ay nadadamay sa pamumulitika. Ginagamit ng ibang mga obstructionists para masira ang First Lady, ang Pangulo at ang administrasyon na ito. Nakakahiya ang kanilang mga ginagawa. Unang-una, si Mr. Paolo Tantoco ay hindi po kasama sa official entourage ni FL o ni First Lady ng unang ginang. Nakakahiya dahil gumawa sila ng peking police report. Naturingan journalist, mga dating spokespersons, hindi marunong mag-imbestiga ng sarili. Hindi sila nagiging journalist, kundi nagiging propagandista ng kanilang mga sinusulong na interes.
Meanwhile, the investigation into Tantoco's accidental death remains deferred pending further review.
Now, authorities are now cracking down on influencers allegedly promoting illegal online gambling. Now, 10 high-profile social media influencers are on the list of cybercrime investigations in coordination of the DICT. Now, these include video creators Hypebits, Tukomi, Bulldog, and former child star Bugoy Carino. CICC says 80% of monitored influencers have so far complied to taking down their illegal gambling site endorsements. Senator Raffy Tulfo has ordered an investigation on officials possibly behind online gambling operations. He is also pushing for a total ban, including those of PAGCOR accredited sites. The government is poised to lose 140 billion pesos a year if the ban pushes through. But that's a cost Tulfo thinks is worth the price of saving families destroyed by online gambling addiction. Alam mo, Ana, this topic, all right, has been, I think it's been discussed on and off for the longest time. Pero ngayon talagang we are adding more focus to it when it comes to yung online gambling. Senator Raffy Tulfo made the distinction na, okay, it doesn't matter kung accredited by PAGCOR or not, illegal or legal, he just wants online gambling done with. And I don't know, what
like
do you think?
total ban.
He wants the ban of it. He doesn't want it to be part of it. He wants, he's pushing for the total ban, including those PAGCOR accredited sites. And I'm sure pag-usapan yan sa SONA.
Sa SONA, yeah. But you know, some people may argue na yung online gambling revenue, it actually helps fund public services, diba? So, some are pushing for total ban and some are saying na mas okay kung may regulation lang. Like strict regulation.
It has been a source of income, like, for sure, diba? I mean, like, PAGCOR in particular uses its funds for yung sa lottery nila and of course the other games to actually fund certain government projects, certain departments. I know in particular sports has been benefiting from some of the lottery as well. So it helps fund things. Pero syempre, it can be subject to abuse or addiction.
Yes, addiction yun eh. Para siyang silent epidemic. Kasi you see students, diba, doing online gambling, minimum wage earners, minsan, budget na lang nila yun for pamalengke nila, for food, and then pinanggagamble pa nila, diba? And you know what? Just recently nga, merong bus driver whose license got suspended because he was caught doing online gambling while driving.
Yeah, online gambling while driving.
Whatever you were doing, basta driving and using your phone, talaga naman dapat masuspend yung license.
No,
pero,
I agree. I agree.
But imagine that, yung addiction ng mga tao kasi.
Yeah. So let's see, because this is alam mo, I wish we had more time to talk about it kasi it is super interesting, but then, you know, we gotta move on as well.
That's right. You know, Ako Bisaya Party List Representative Sonny Lagon strongly denied whistleblower Julie Dondon Patidongan's claim that he is involved in the case of the missing Sabongeros. Lagon calls the allegations false, absurd, and defamatory, insisting his involvement in e-sabong has always been legal and regulated by PAGCOR. Patidongan had earlier accused Lagon of profiting hundreds of millions monthly through a powerful group behind online betting and alleged abductions.
Malaki knowledge yan kasi membro yan ng ALPA eh. Membro si Sonny Lagon ng ALPA. Yan yung congressman na illegalista.
And of course, news on the missing sabongeros, obviously, trending palagi. It's such an interesting case kasi napaka-morbid din the details that do come out. Of course, you can follow more of that on Agenda later on tonight. And of course, check out bnc.ph for our
More
articles
updates.
on that and
Yes.
more updates as well. Now, PDP Laban is asking the Senate Impeachment Court to dismiss the allegedly unconstitutional impeachment of VP Sara. PDP Laban spokesperson attorney Ferdinand Topacio says the Senate should dismiss the trial outright because they have no jurisdiction for it. But an SWS survey found that about 66% of Filipinos want VP Sara to face trial to answer allegations. A stance that Rafi Tulfo agrees on. He believes that going to trial is best for the Vice President, as if her case is dismissed outright, how can she prove her innocence to the people?
Ayoko ma-dismiss. Gusto ko talaga magkaroon ng trial para ma-prove niya sa kanyang sarili yung kanyang sinasabing innocent siya. Give her a chance. Give her the day in court. Kasi kung ma-dismiss lang, so paano na yung mga allegations against her? Maraming mga allegations di ba? Paano niyo mapuprove yun? Paano niyo masasabi sa taong bayan na inosente siya, na lahat yan ay puro katang-isip lamang kung hindi tayo magkaroon ng trial?
Now let's take a look at what's happening in global news. In Israel, protesters rally the end of the war in Gaza. Demonstrators gathered outside the Tel Aviv Expo Convention Center, where Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu attended an event Tuesday. Israelis have become increasingly wary of the war in Gaza. Some of the placards read, "Make Israel normal again." Now, in India, the oldest person to complete a full marathon has died at the age of 114 in a case of hit and run. Authorities say he was struck by an unidentified vehicle while crossing the road near his village. Fauja Singh, who claims to be born in 1911, completed the Toronto Waterfront Marathon in 2011 when he was 100 years old. He was not inducted into the Guinness Book of World Records due to the lack of a birth certificate, as birth records were not kept in India in 1911, media reports said in 2011.
That's such sad news.
I saw this article last
Yeah.
night and I was like, what? No. And I saw his picture. He looked really frail. But imagine that, finishing a marathon at age 100, Pao.
That's what's our
Isa ka
excuse,
35,
diba?
35 pala, parang hirap na hirap to finish a marathon.
35 ka.
100 years old.
I'm around 34. Nahirapan nga ako sa 10K isang marathon pa nga. But then,
Grabe.
what an achievement. But then, you know what, even though we're sad that he's passed, sana yung inspiration that a 100-year-old could do a marathon still lives on. So,
Hashtag no excuses.
kaya that's why we're running more. We're running more soon.
We are.
Yeah. Now, moving on to sports. Sports news, the Philippine national youth football team kicks off their ASEAN Under-23 Mandiri Cup campaign with an upset win over Malaysia. The young Filipinos shocked Malaysia 2-0 courtesy of a first-half brace from striker Otto Bisong at the Gelora Bung Karno in Indonesia. This victory comes despite Malaysia dominating the match with 70% of possession and 16 shots. In contrast, the Philippines only had 30% of the ball and 6 shots the whole game. Up next for the Philippines is on Friday, July 18. They're going to be going up against the host nation and the finalist of the 2023 edition of the tournament, Indonesia. Now, still in sports, sa PBA naman tayo, Rain or Shine has made big moves as they ended their Philippine Cup campaign early. They are making big moves in the next conference with the acquisition of Stanley Pringle. Stan the Man moves as Rain or Shine announces Pringle's arrival on a post on their official social media accounts. According to the said post, Pringle joins the Elasto Painters on a 2-year deal as a free agent signing. The 4-time PBA champion played 11 games in the Philippine Cup for Terra Firma Jeep, averaging 13 points, 2.8 assists per game, with a 37% clip from beyond the arc. Rain or Shine fell short this conference, falling to eventual finalist TNT Tropang 5G in a dramatic 7-game semi-final series. And of course, last but not least, controversial yung ending natin ng Game 1 ng PBA Finals. The San Miguel Beermen and TNT Tropang 5G resumed that rivalry later tonight. The last meeting between the two PBA giants ended after a contentious basket interference call on San Miguel's Mo Tautua's late shot in the fourth quarter and stole the show. The review happened with only 6.2 seconds left in the game, and TNT regains the advantage through the overturned basket, which eventually led to a 99-96 escape for the Grand Slam-seeking TNT. TNT Tropang 5G are looking to double up their advantage against San Miguel in the series tonight, July 15, at the Smart Araneta Coliseum. Tip-off is set for 7:30 in the evening. And I love that, Anne, because lahat ng mga cameraman natin have asked me, Pao, basket interference ba yan? Should it have counted or not?
What's basket interference?
Oh my
So this
gosh.
is the part where I ask you for explanation since hindi ko naintindihan yung basketball, diba?
Alam mo,
Ano ang basket
I
interference?
can tell you right now, that is the biggest debate in the entire Philippine basketball world. Pero yeah, we gotta move on for that because we have a lot more here coming right up on What's the Tea?
What's the tea? And here's the tea this morning. Jungkook is back on Instagram and we are here for it.
Oh, what a tsaa.
The BTS star just launched a new account under the username MNI Jungkook, now following all 7 members and the group's official account. Although he hasn't posted anything for now, he's already gained nearly 6 million followers, including fellow members RM, J-Hope, and V. Jungkook deleted his first Instagram account in 2023 as he recently completed his military service with Jimin. BTS is now preparing for a major comeback in 2026. Now, as of right now, 6.1 million followers na po si Jungkook. I am included there. I followed him. As soon as I saw the news last night, oh my God, wait, hold, Jungkook.
Yeah.
Pero naman Jungkook, you know what the reason why he deleted his first Instagram account was because he wasn't using it that much naman daw. So, dinelete niya. So, ngayon, he has a new account. Pero guys,
It doesn't look like anything has happened either.
walang post.
Oo.
Jungkook naman, mag-Instagram ka, post naman something.
Wait lang, alam mo yung mga content creator na panay post tapos wala pa rin followers? Ito, walang post. Kahit profile picture, wala.
Pero 6.1 million followers. Oh my goodness.
The struggle is true.
Well, that's Jungkook
Oo.
for you. Now, more tea for you guys. The Emmy nominations for Best Comedy Drama Anthology Series have been announced. Notable nominations include psychological thriller Severance, leading with 27 nominations for Best Drama, alongside Star Wars series Andor and HBO's The Last of Us. Meanwhile, Best Comedy features some defending champions, Hacks and The Bear. Ooh, I love The Bear. While Hollywood satire The Studio tied the record for comedy series nominations with 23, set last year by The Bear. And crime drama The Penguin, starring one of Batman's iconic villains, leads the anthology category with 24 nominations, competing with hit series Black Mirror and Adolescence, among others. Keep your eyes peeled for the winning announcement on September 14. Woo, rooting for The Bear.
Oh, yeah. I mean, like, so many great choices there. What
But
we
you
do
know,
in the shadows is what I'm actually
I have been
ready
reading
for.
a lot of really good reviews on Severance.
Yeah, no, Severance is really great.
Yeah.
I would 100% recommend
Where can
it.
I watch Severance though?
Apple TV.
Wala ako
Severance is
nun eh.
Apple TV. Kaya mo yan. Kaya mo yan. Ikaw pa. Oo. And then, The Pit is also really great. I binge
Pit,
watched
yeah.
The Pit. The Pit is really good.
I love The Pit.
I watch it kasi akala ko biopic ni Brad Pitt pero hindi. It's about nurses
Na-disappoint
and
ka
the
ba?
doctors.
Buti
Oo.
na lang hindi biopic ni
No,
Brad
pero-
Pitt. It's more interesting.
There's so many Pinoy nurses.
Yes!
In the
Oh my goodness.
in the Pit.
I love it pag nagtatagalog
Oo,
sila.
nagtatagalog
And may
talaga
kasamang
sila.
mura. Alam mo
Oo.
yun? I love it.
Tapos and as per talagang Filipino ata yung writer kasi
Yeah.
mga marites din yung mga nurses doon. Ang galing.
I know.
Oo.
So, you know what? Our viewers, if you haven't tried watching The Pit,
Yeah.
panoorin nyo.
Hindi siya tungkol
It's
kay
really
Brad
nice.
Pitt,
Hindi.
guys. Just to be clear. Okay? Or kay Broad Pitt rin. Not about him either.
I would love to know more about Brad Pitt than Brad Pitt. But you know what, Paolo? Are you ready for our next guest?
Ready,
Our
ready.
first guest.
Palagi naman.
Kasi this content creator has earned a following online through her voice impersonations of multimedia star Tony Gonzaga. What started out as a joke in school changed everything for Tony. Let's get to know her story after the break. Beautiful day. We'll be right back. welcome back. You're still watching Beautiful Day. Our guest today has over 280,000 followers. And get this, 18 million likes on TikTok. From what, you ask? Well, her content online revolve around her voice impersonations of multimedia star Tony Gonzaga. So let's get to know TikTok creator Tony Ya in the Hangout. Hi there, Tony Ya! Welcome to Hangout here on Beautiful Day.
Hello, Philippines, and hello, world. Oh, hello, Sir Pao and Miss Anne. Thanks for having me here on your program.
Of course, and I love it na pareho tayo ng hair.
I really love
Pareho
it.
kaming
I love your
hairdo,
hairdo,
Pao.
ma'am.
Oh,
Wala,
yes.
sorry,
I
hindi
love
ko-
your hairdo too.
I can't match you guys, sorry. Pasensya na po. Oo.
Okay lang yan. Parang hindi rin naman bagay kung nakabangs ka.
Oh, we don't know that. Bukan kaya natin. Baka it's a new look that works. Oo.
Okay, so Tony Ya, this whole Tony bit started nung nasa school ka pa. Anong buong story niyan? Kwentuhan mo kami.
Alright, so that was 2022 nung ginawa ko yung video na yun. So, nire-upload ko lang siya nung year 2023. Okay, yung backstory noon was, nasa school kasi ako noon. And then, we're just waiting for our professor or our class. So, ang ginawa ko ng time na yun, okay, sabi ko, start kaya ako ng yung isa kong friend nandun. Kami lang dalawa, very early bird kami doon nung panahon na yun. Sabi ko, and then I told her, girl, hawakan mo yung cam. Okay, what do I do? Basta hawakan mo lang. Kinuha ko yung chair and then naglindol-lindol content ako doon. And then, nung nire-upload ko siya ng 2023, that was a time na nagkaroon pala ng earthquake dun sa Cebu and Davao.
Wow, okay.
Okay,
So,
yung
sakto.
timing.
So, yes, and I was
Oo.
shocked na, oh really, totoo ba to? Talagang ganyan? So sabi nila, ginawa mo ba tong content na to because nagkaroon ng earthquake? Like parang ginawa ko daw siyang katatawanan.
Okay.
Like, nung 2022 ko pa siya ginawa. So, 4 million views yun. And then, nung nire-upload ko ng 2023, so, nag-14 million. And then, nag-share, nag-post
Okay,
din ng
okay,
ibang
okay.
So,
Parang na-predict mo?
yes, parang, yeah.
Oo, di ba?
Wait, so yung unang content mo na nag-viral, may bashers ka na kagad?
Ay, hindi nawawala yan.
Oo.
Yes po, meron po talaga. Meron. But, nung time po kasi na yun, medyo kinakapa ko pa yung TikTok world. Like, paano ba ang galawan dito? Paano kaya to? So, ganyan, ganito, ganyan. So, may mga lumalabas na mga bashers, mga haters.
Hindi naman nawawala.
Hindi
yan.
nawawala. Sabi ko, parte na kayo ng pamilya ko. Welcome kayo sa pamilya ko.
In-embrace mo na.
Yes,
Ano,
opo, ganun po talaga.
bashers. Pero curious ako, why Tony Gonzaga?
Okay. Okay. First of all, I really love Miss Tony Gonzaga.
Okay,
So,
okay.
I've been a fan of Miss Tony Gonzaga since 20...
Sagutin mo nga yung question na
2010.
yan in your character.
Well, kasi naging idol ko si Tony Gonzaga since 2010. Naalala ko nun, wala pa kami ni Paul. Charot. Sorry, Ate Tony, baka if you're watching, ha?
Tag natin,
Yeah,
tignan
so
natin.
that was
Oo.
2010. And then, sobrang fan po ako ng mga songs ni Miss Tony Gonzaga.
Okay.
Nung time po kasi na yun, wala pa, pa ako nun eh. So, hindi ko talaga, wala akong sa pag-voice impersonation or even, making fun of it. Like, contents. Kasi nung time na yun, wala pa namang TikTok. So, and then, nung 2022, kasi resident host ako ng school namin, nung college. And then, yung mga audience na napapansin nila, medyo katimbre mo si Tony Gonzaga. 2022 yun.
Kinilig ka naman
So, medyo po. Kasi
Mababa yung
hindi
hair
nila alam na
Maba yung hair niya.
wala silang idea na po talaga na
Okay,
fan
sige.
po ako ni Tony Gonzaga.
Okay.
And then sabi ko, no, napakalayo. Parang may may distinct voice si Miss Tony Gonzaga
Yeah,
para gayahin ko siya. So, I cannot. Sabi ko gano'n. Tapos biglang yun, yung time na yun, sige na nga, subukan ko na. Try ko nga. And then, gumawa ako ng video. Like, ini-impersonate ko siya. Like,
Okay.
yung mga movie lines ni Miss Tony
Yeah.
Gonzaga.
Yes, yes.
Even her songs, ginawa ko din.
Okay.
And then, in-upload ko siya on TikTok and then, it went viral. So, nung time na yon, nag-react ako na parang, ganito ba dito? Kasi, ba't ganun kabilis?
So, nung nag-post ka, biglang daming likes.
Daming
ang
likes.
Biglang
Ang lalaki
nag-follow
ng
sa'yo.
views.
Anong song yun?
Anong
Ano yung
song ba?
unang kinanta mo?
Catch Me, I'm Falling For You po.
Oo, paano yun?
Catch me, I'm falling for you, and I don't know what to do.
Ayun, ayun.
Oh my gosh.
Po. And then pumalo siya ng million views hanggang sa nag-react na si Miss Alex Gonzaga.
Oh, okay.
okay.
Yun, yung time na yun. Sabi, what's si Miss Alex? Gusto ko si Miss Tony. Pabebe pa
So,
pabebe pa.
nag-react si Alex. Anong sabi ni Alex?
Sabi, ginagaya mo na naman ang ate yan ah. Sabi, ganun naririnig ko yung boses niya dun sa comments, ginagaya ko daw ang ate. And then, nung time, hindi...
So, sinabi mo, Catherine.
Tapos doon ko sinabi na, Catherine, ano ba? Yan. Kasi every time na irritable kasi si Miss Tony dun kay Miss Alex. Laging gumagano, Catherine, ano ba? Kasi nanonood din ako ng vlog ni Miss Alex.
Okay.
That's why alam ko kung paano yung connection nila, yung interaction nila bilang mag-sister.
Okay.
So parang, okay, ganito pala sila, ganyan. So may punto sila na talagang pang-taytay, or mga ganon. So nahawa na ako bilang Rizaleño din naman ako.
Pero alam mo, nag-evolve ka na in terms of yung mga voice impersonations mo. So, si Catherine Bernardo, Lenny Robredo, Queen Yasmin, Mayor Joy.
Dapat may sample
Wait,
per character.
Ang galing Wait, paano yan nag-evolve? Paano yung nagsimula na, okay, I'm more than just si Tony G?
Alam niyo, hindi ko na rin po kilala yung sarili ko eh. Kasi,
In the process,
May
you
mga
lost your identity.
yes, opo. May mga nagko-comment kasi na, girl, kilala mo pa sarili mo? Mukhang may identity crisis ka na.
Mukha
Anong
naman,
identity
mukha lang
crisis?
naman.
Sabi ko ganyan kasi yung una, Miss Tony Gonzaga lang po talaga. Balikan ko lang po kung saan po nag-start yung Tonya. Is it okay to
yes,
share?
oo,
So, sa school kasi namin nung college, tinatawag na akong Mimiya.
Yes.
Kasi yung hair ko kasi noon was very short pa dito. And then, tinatawag ako, Mimiya, Mimiya. So, ginagaya ko si Mimiya. Mimiya. Mga ganun-ganun ako.
Yeah.
And then, kaya lang naman na-incorporate tong si Miss Tony Gonzaga, it's because dahil nga sa hosting jobs na ginagawa ko sa school.
So,
Ay,
naging
kaboses
Tony
mo siya.
yan.
So, doon na nag-start. So,
Okay.
followers ko po ang nagpangalan po noon. Nung
talaga?
Tony
Ng
yan na
Tony
yun.
yan.
Anong
Okay.
original choice mo? Nalala mo pa ba?
Tony Gonzaga talaga siya eh. Tony Gonzaga talaga ang So, dalawa lang po talaga sila. And then, pumasok na si Catherine Bernardo. Hindi ko alam bakit pumasok si Catherine Bernardo. May nag-comment lang po na isang follower ko na, try mo naman si Catherine Bernardo. So, sinubukan ko si Miss Catherine. And then, nag-viral po siya. Sabi ko, ano mga tama nila? Bakit? Ako ba pinaglalaroan lamang ba nila? O ano talaga? O
Sige,
natutuwa sila?
paano si Catherine?
Ayoko na sa'yo, TJ. Mga ganun-ganun siya lagi. Parang medyo manisal na parang ganun. And then, Mayor Joy naman ang dumating. Doon naman. Hello, Mayor Joy. I love you. Love ko si Mayor Joy. Mayor Joy, hanggat sa, nag-start na So ako medyo medyo alalay pa ako sa paggawa, like pag-voice impersonate. Kasi syempre, yung credibility ng mga personalidad. So much respect. Kaya hindi ako basta-basta bira lang ng bira ng mga content, ng mga sasabihin ko online.
Kumbaga parang inaaral mo talaga yung character.
Exactly po.
I saw your post nung Lenny Robredo actually.
Ay, okay. Pumasok naman si Miss Lenny.
Pakita mo kay Paolo.
Okay.
Pakita mo kay Paolo.
Ito, parati kong sinasabi. Mananalo tayo. Alam ko na, naniniwala ako na maipapanalo natin to. Salamat.
Alam mo, nag-venture ka na sa politics yung mga impersonations mo. I mean, courageous yan, ha?
Yeah.
Yes po.
Yeah.
Medyo may kaba factor na pag sa mga ganyan. So, every time na magko-comment sila, please, do Lenny Robredo content. So, guys, please lang ha. Mayor Joy, ano ko ba mga persona ng grata ako?
Alam mo, Tony, may tanong ang karamihan eh. Bakit nga daw ba malabo yung resolution ng mga uploads mo? Sinasadya mo ba yun?
And that's my title now, a CCTV queen. Hey, hello world! I'm a CCTV. And now, naka-HD na ako ngayon. Pag napanood nyo ito, sabihin nyo, naka-HD na ako.
Oh, di ba?
Actually,
Okay,
ito yung starting point.
Yung story po kasi nito is, yung phone ko po kasi is, ano lang siya, like low quality lang na, ano lang po talaga. Hindi po kasi ako mahilig mag-phone ng mga mamahalin na talagang high quality ganyan.
Okay.
So, nung time po kasi na yun, since biglaan lang naman din po yung paggawa ko ng content, minahal na nila na okay lang, sige kahit blurry yung ano mo, yung quality mo. Sabi nga po nila, hinira mo ba yung cellphone ni Mayor Bico? Kasi po, meron pong video si Mayor Bico na gano'n, na low quality.
Low quality, okay.
So sabi ko, so hindi naman siguro papasok si Mayor Bico para i-impersonate ko, no? Siguro sa ano lang. Oo, sa quality lang ng phone. So yun po yung time na talagang, okay, minahal naman po nila. Sabi nga nila, huwag mong babaguhin yung quality ng phone mo. So, nagustuhan na nila na as CCTV queen. Sige, CCTV queen naman, ang dami ko ng title. Nung una, ano daw multi-purpose queen. Then, hindi ko na alam kung sino-sino yung mga title na binibigay po nila sa akin. So,
Ang dami ng
na po.
titles. Yeah.
Galing nga eh. But, okay, beauty queen question muna.
Ay, wow.
Okay, so how has social media changed your life?
Ay. Umiyak. Ba't ako umiyak? Yung hindi ka na lang makasagot pero iiyak mo na lang. Oo.
Gusto ko kasagutin mo as Tony in character.
Well, nung time po kasi nag-start ako on social media, medyo malaki yung naging adjustment ko when it comes to, especially sa TikTok world.
Right.
Since hindi ko alam kung papaano ako, syempre, malaki ang difference when it comes to influencer and being a content creator.
Right.
May mga content creator na hindi naman talaga influencer. So, ako naman, nung time na yun, medyo naging mahirap din po sa akin since hindi ko alam kung paano ko tatanggapin ng mga netizens. Or magugustuhan kaya nila ako, matutuwa kaya sila sa mga ginagawa ko. Since ako, sabi ko nga, gusto kong mag-artista. Matagal na po kasi akong gusto mag-artista. And sabi ko, itong social media, stepping stone ko na to. Stepping stone ko to. That's why ang daming nag-open ng doors.
Yeah.
Mga TV networks.
Yeah.
Especially yung mga brand deals. Yun po. So, sobrang, I'm so grateful po talaga. But then, mahirap din siya at the same time kasi hindi po talaga ganun ang natin, lalo na yung perception ng mga tao when it comes sa fake news.
Yeah.
And ganun. So, isa ka ba doon? Spammer ka ba? Or what? Or you're just, making a content for for entertainment, for fun, ganyan. So, lagi akong nagsistand doon sa belief ko na gusto ko lang magpasaya.
Okay.
Yeah. Actually, that leads me to yung next point ko because Anne, we saw a while ago na may nag-reach out na fan kay Tony.
Meron, yeah. So, kanina nga minention mo, meron ka mga haters and bashers, hindi naman mawawala yun. Pero marami din ang nagmamahal sa'yo. At they really love your content. So, there was a fan who recently reached out to you, thanking you because your content helped them on their healing journey. So, is this the first time na nangyari ito sa'yo, na may nag-reach out, sinabi sa'yo na, alam mo, ang laki nang naitulong mo sa akin. How did you feel?
Ay, madami na rin po nag-message po sa akin about it. So, since 2023 din, yung iba meron silang anxiety.
Right.
May iba na may mga pinagdadaanan po sila when it comes to serious condition in terms of dun sa mental health, which is alam naman po natin that nung pandemic, ang grabe yung naging epekto po sa atin ito. So, I'm happy and sobrang na-appreciate ko na nakaka-receive ako ng mga ganitong messages. Sabi ko nga, nung nag-reply ako dito sa message na yan, sabi ko, naiiyak ako, natitiriahin ako. Kasi sabi ko, ito yung gusto ko.
Yeah.
Ito yung gusto kong matanggap na just a simple appreciation. Hindi na kailangan na para napakagaling mo, napakahusay mo. But yeah, that's another point. Pero mas happy ako na na-appreciate ako at minamahal ako ng mga tao sa kung ano ako at kung paano ko sila napapasaya.
So kung meron kang haters, negative comments, meron ka rin positive messages, meron bang nakakatawang compliment or message na sinend sa'yo na hindi mo makalimutan?
Okay. Siguro yung mga nangungulit lang na please, Tonya, gayahin mo si ganito, gayahin mo si ganyan. Tonya, baka carry mo bang
Kung sino-sino na binabato sa'yo.
Iba-iba,
nagayahin
tapos
mo.
sabi, girl, kaya mo ba magpaiksi pa ng hair? Nagdi-decide kayo sa sa hair ko. Ganon. So, yun lang naman po ang mga but mostly yun, yung mga nagre-request,
Okay,
please, do this, do that. So, yun.
May next challenge ka na ba na voice ang gusto mong gayahin?
Ay, naku. Alam niyo po kasi pag nag-voice impersonate po, ako nag-impersonation, hindi po ako yung parang, hindi ko siya pinapractice po.
Okay.
Talaga?
Like,
It
say
just
for
comes,
example,
oo.
let's say for example, okay, ina-idolize ko to, si ganito, ganyan. So, paano ko kaya gagayahin yung boses niya? Papracticing ko ng 1 week, 2 weeks, hindi po ganun. Parang there's no, like, special ingredient for you to impersonate a well-known personality or celebrities kasi sobrang hirap din po talaga. So pag may mga times lang na, let's say for example, nakikinig ako ng mga songs or movies, may times kapag napapadalas ako, nagagaya ko siya na hindi ko alam, basta ko nilang nilalabas na kay Tony Gonzaga. So na-try nagagaya ko na siya. But yeah, wala pong
Curious ako, nag-reach out na ba ever sa'yo si Tony?
Yung management.
Management.
Tony.
Oh, sayang. Sana mag-message sa'yo si Tony, no?
For me to invite.
Oo.
Sa,
Pero,
niya.
since you channel Tony so well, I mean, kung dumating si Tony dito sa studio, tapos sinabi niya sa'yo, hey, Tony, anong isasagot mo in character?
Nandito ba siya?
Hello,
Miss
Kunwari,
Tony.
kailangan as Tony.
Baka po tinatago nyo lang dito. Hello, Miss Tony, huwag ka na magtago.
Kailangan yung answer mo as Tony,
As Tony, okay. Oh, it's you pala. Nandito ka pala, Tony. Hello, Ate Tones. I don't know why, but when... Nasaan si Sedi? Yan. Happy si Sedi, si Polly. Paul, ano ba?
Ang galing.
Galing, oh my goodness.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, balikan ko lang po.
Sige, go.
Nag-meet na po kami ni Miss Tony Gonzaga doon po during ng premiere night po nung kanyang movie.
Okay.
So, nung nakita niya ako doon sa cinema, she was like, oh, it's you! Gumanon siya sa akin. And then, speechless lang ako na, hello, ate. Hindi na ako makasagot. And then, hinag niya ako.
Oh.
Bineso niya ako. Even si Sir Paul, si Kuya Paul, si Mami Penty, Daddy Bono,
Naiyak
sila
ka
po,
ba?
Ate Kat, naiyak po ako after nun.
Siyempre.
Kasi sabi ko, kilala niyo
It's
pala
meeting
ako.
your idol.
Akala ko, bad trip kayo sa mga ginagawa ko. Happy pala sila na ginagawa ko.
Grabe. They say nga, never meet your heroes, pero that's not true for you.
Yeah.
Yes po.
It was a
Ayun.
great experience for you, diba?
Yes, super. As in talagang very happy ako na na-meet ko din po sila personally na at least nagkaroon ako ng chance na makausap sila when it comes sa mga ginagawa ko on TikTok.
And because kahit gaya mo si Tony Gonzaga, anong Tony Gonzaga inspired advice mo sa mga fans mo? O kailangan as Tony Gonzaga.
Spread the love and support lang tayo, ha? Ako lagi kong sinasabi sa inyo na huwag tayong mag-spread ng fake news. Number 1 yan, ha? At saka isa pa, ha? Lagi niyong tatandaan, the world has so much hates already. Huwag na kayong dumagdag. Ano ba?
Ladies and gentlemen, Tonya, maraming salamat. You
Yeah.
made our day beautiful. Ibang
Even
klase.
more
Galing.
beautiful. And if they are not yet following you on TikTok, kailangan i-follow ka na nila.
Yes, hello mga katigre, mga ka-blur. Hindi ko na alam kung ano mga tawag sa inyo. Guys, follow niyo ako. ang dami na kasi. Hindi ko na maano. But yeah, yun guys. So please follow me on IG at I am Tonya and TikTok. Tonya, and then Facebook Tonya, guys, please. Ako, support lang, mga momshi ko. Love ya.
Galing. For the first time
Thank you
ever
so-
in HD,
I know.
Tonya.
HD na
Hindi
ako.
na, Lawrence.
Mag-comment kayo, ha?
Thank you, Tonya, for joining us here on Beautiful Day.
Thank you po. Thank you so much.
Ang galing. Saya. Now, when we return, I'll be actually speaking with the Cebu City Mayor Nestor Arquival about City Hall's new push to go plastic-free. Stay with us. It's a beautiful day. We'll be right back. Welcome back. You're still watching Beautiful Day. Now, Cebu City is taking stronger action in the fight against plastic waste under under leadership of Mayor Nestor Archival. The City Hall has rolled out a new policy urging employees and visitors to bring their own reusable tumblers, reducing dependence on single-use plastic bottles. Now, to learn more about this initiative, we're joined by Zoom by Cebu City Mayor Nestor Archival. Maayong buntag, Mayor. Thank you so much for joining us here on a beautiful day.
Maayong buntag, Paolo, maayong buntag sa mga taong nagtanaw. To all the listeners and the viewers of your station.
Mayor, thank you so much for joining us once again. Sinulan po natin sa ideation, yung simula po ng Bring Your Own Tumbler. Of course, may bagong policy sa Cebu City Hall with regard to yung plastic waste and plastic youth. Can you please describe to us kung ano nga ba ang policy ng City Hall?
Okay, well, it should be understood to everyone, especially in the City Hall, that every bottle that we are going to eliminate from City Hall, that will bring a big advantage to the city. Now, it is the protection of the environment. And everybody should realize that the environment is all life. Mm-hmm. Now, we need to protect life. So by eliminating one plastic bottle at a time, we are helping the environment. So that's why the first step that I made is that all the department heads should have its own tumbler. Mm-hmm. Because every time we have a meeting, there are about 25 department heads. Our personnel will give each of the personnel one bottle. The moment they leave about 25 bottles. The next meeting, you have another 20 or 50. And in one day, in a meeting, it reached about 200 to 250 bottles. Mm-hmm. So what I did is to ask them that we are going to start. This is it is a responsible act of leadership. So if our people will see that we're doing this, it will be very sure that everybody will follow. And from City Hall, it goes down to the barangay captains, to the barangay councilors, then to the constituents as a whole.
Mm-hmm. Mayor, if I'm not mistaken, nagsimula yung policy nito start of the month, I believe, start of July. When we talk about yung adapting period in terms of making sure na wala ng single-use plastics or plastic bottles sa City Hall, how has the administration adapted to that? Siyempre, it's a bit of a change in pati rin sa suppliers and making sure that lahat mga functions po ninyo are actually still well hydrated. What adjustments did the administration actually have to make sure na this is enforceable sa City Hall?
Paolo, it should be noted that it should be in phasing. The first phase would be the department heads within the next 4 weeks, and later it will be going down to the section heads, and afterwards all the employees. We have about 7,000 employees in the City Hall. And within the 100 days, we hope that everybody should have its own tumbler.
What are the plans? Mm-hmm. Mayor, sorry, I just wanted to ask again, what are the plans to expand this beyond City Hall? Of course, maganda yung plano na mention niyo po, starting it with the department heads and then trickling it down to the rest of the members of City Hall. Pero beyond City Hall, how do you think this policy can actually spread?
Okay. The moment we will have to complete this within the next 100 days, we will now going to the schools. And it is I believe that the school administration will actually help us and will just follow what we're doing.
Mm. Sir, the DANR actually did mention that they do support yung mga efforts po ninyo. Especially, may balita po ngayon, may mga ulat na may microplastics sa Tanyon Strait. Of course, there are environmental concerns that your LGU in particular has to address. How has your administration started or at least planned to start addressing yung mga environmental concerns po nito?
No, again, it is one battle at a time. Mm-hmm. So the moment we can explain, and I believe that the people in City Hall can understand. What is very important is for them to understand so that they would follow. There are initiatives that will just impose without people understanding. So the most important thing here is that the people in City Hall could understand what we're doing, that eliminating one bottle at a time is very important to us. It's very important in taking care of the environment. Now, the environment is basically life. And without environment, then of course we're not taking the environment, we're not taking life. So in this case, we need to let them understand again, in the first place in the City Hall, we let them understand that taking care of the environment is very important. And eliminating plastic, one plastic at a time in City Hall, then eventually we will be going to the schools, we will be going to the barangays, and hopefully, in the next 6 months, we can probably have about 90% people will not be using bottled or single-use plastic in Cebu City.
Mayor, gano'n ka-importante yung upcycling din? Because we are now showing a bit of material a while ago from the Archival House, House Close to Nature po, yung nakasulat sa shirt. And they are upcycling, you're upcycling yung mga plastic bottles. Is that also a step that you feel that can be taken eventually? Sabi mo nga, step by step dapat yung process of trying to eliminate yung single-use plastics. But then, is upcycling part of yung mga plano po ninyo in the pipeline?
That's correct. So this is parallel. We're slowly eliminating plastics, first in City Hall, in the schools, in the barangays. But you cannot eliminate it right away. So what is very important, if there are some waste plastic, we will not be throwing them to the landfill, but we are going to use this into other use, and we call this as upcycling. And in my case, in my house, I'm using plastics in order to grow plants. So again, this is upcycling.
Mayor, let's talk about mga formal policies and ordinances that are in the pipeline to address environmental issues sa Cebu City. Are there any in the works that we can expect in the future to make all of these efforts more mandatory for the LGU?
Now, we have this ordinance already that all waste should be segregated.
Okay.
So we have what we call as the biodegradable, we call that as here in Bisaya as malata, and you have the recyclables. So again, since we have that laws already in place, what is very important right now for the city is to implement them. Because we have so many environmental laws here in Cebu, but I realize that it's not being implemented well. So again, the challenge now is how to implement them strictly. So there is a way. Another way is that we have a program here in the city in cooperation with JICA and SM. And one of the most difficult is the plastics, because the single-use plastics are the ones that being thrown anywhere. So that's why we launched this project in one of the barangay as a pilot project, that all the plastics, all kind of plastics are being put into one receptacle and being processed. And this, after being processed and built, this would be delivered to a cement factory that would be used as fuel. So hopefully, we have started it for the last 2 weeks. And in Barangay Luz, they have 10 tons of garbage per day. And right now, after 2 weeks, they were able to eliminate 3 tons of plastics per day. And this is something, for me, this is a successful one. And hopefully, if the model in Barangay Luz would be successful, and I think it is very successful, it will now trickle down to each and every barangay. And in that case, it's not only advocacy, but this advocacy will have a financial gain to the constituents. So for me, it's not good only to tell them that, look, we need to segregate. But if you're going to tell them you need to segregate because there's money in waste, then they will be more inspired to help.
Mayor Nestor, unfortunately, we've run out of time, but thank you so much for sharing more about your efforts to curb single-use plastic use and, of course, addressing the solid waste management situation as well in Cebu City. Maraming salamat. Thank you so much, and hopefully we get to talk to you again soon.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Now that's it for Weather HQ today. And take it away.
Thank you so much, Pao. Now, eto na. Is today going to be your lucky day or not? Let's go find out from our resident energizer and feng shui master, Hans Kua, in our horoscope of the day. Take it away, Master Hans.
Good morning! Beautiful day! Bilyonaryo Feng Shui Master Hans Kua. Ito po ang horoscope for Wednesday, July 16. Simulan natin sa mga pinanganak ng Year of the Rat. Ang sweet shot na galing sa di mo kilala. Baka script lang yan ha. Careful with your heart. Yellow at 6. Sa Ox naman tayo planuhin ang sweldo. Magtabi agad bago gumastos. White at 4. Tiger naman tayo kung may romantic interest na biglang humihingi ng tulong pinansyal. Naku! Red flag yan! Green at 7. Kay Rabbit naman tayo, may matututunan kang bagong system na makakatulong sa efficiency mo. Purple at 2. Dragon naman tayo, may gustong makipagkilala pero masyadong pabebe sa umpisa. Naku! Warning sign yan! Silver at 1. Kay Snake naman tayo, huwag agad maniwala sa sobrang sweet na bagong kachat, lalo na kung ikaw ay OFW daw siya, pero lagi namang may problema. Blue at 8. Ito naman, King of the Horsey, may bonus sa posibilidad. Pero, depende yan sa diskarte at galing mo, kaya go! Beige at 9. Kay Year of the Ship naman tayo, maaaring may nanliligaw online, pero ang totoo, binobola ka lang yan para sa load o money. Naku! Pink at 5. Kay Monkey naman tayo, kung hindi siya makausap sa personal, baka hindi ka lang niya niloloko. Baka marami siyang niloloko. Gold at 3. Kay Rooster naman tayo, wag agad magtiwala sa di mo kakilala o kilala na biglaan nag-PPM at kunwaring sweet. Gray at 6. Kay Dog naman tayo, maayos ang takbo ng linggo mo kung magsisimula kang maaga. Mindset ang importante. Blue at 7. Kay Year of the Pig naman tayo, iwasan ang labis na fast food kahit abala. I-prioritize ang nutrisyon. Tandaan, health matters. White at 1. Paalala lang, ito po'y patnubay lamang. Ang tunay na swerte ay nagsisimula sa pagiging totoo. Abangan araw-araw ang horoscope of the day. Dito lang po sa Beautiful Day with me, Master Hans Kua, your Bilyonaryo Feng Shui expert.
Thank you, as always, Master Hans Kua. No, kinabahan ako sa horoscope ko today. May manliligaw daw sa akin online. Pwede palit na lang tayo. Akin na lang yung bonus.
No, I'll keep the bonus. Ayoko ng controversy. I'm a very calm guy now.
Kakabahan ako. Sandali.
I'm excited to see it. Like, I wanna stalk
Very
you
love
online.
hats. Pero you know what? I wanted to ask Coach V yesterday. Uso pa ba yung legal culture now that we're in this, digital
Dating app
era,
culture.
dating apps and everything, 'di ba? Kasi parang wala na masyadong genuine connection because everything's like
you can get introduced
digital.
early. You can get introduced digitally. Pero syempre, yung courting process
meron pa rin.
Meron pa rin. I mean, like, kasi
Okay.
may mga...
Well, that's good. That's
may mga
good to
girls
know.
na gustong magpaligaw. Right? Kasi, syempre, prove your worth.
Okay.
Diba? May mga ganun talaga. And I appreciate efforts like that, by the way. Just when I hear stories about that. Like iba yung investment nito in terms of like
And
emotions.
girls like that.
And girls
I think,
love it.
Well, majority of girls love it. Pagka meron pang ligaw, di ba?
Okay.
That legal process.
You know what? I'm so excited, by the way. This actually leads me to my next guest. Kasi, magaling magmahal yung next guest natin.
Wow, really?
Yeah, because he always sticks to the skies. Which reminds me, do you want to learn how to fly?
Sabi nga ni Alpha ba, everyone deserves a chance to fly.
I'm gonna move on really quickly from that. Of course, you can now you can now hit the skies from the comfort of the city and the safety of the ground. Sputnik Aviation lets anyone get a taste of being in the actual cockpit with their full-scale flight simulator. Now, let's get a glimpse of their skies in our Hangout in just a bit. David de Koenigswarter will join us after a break. Beautiful day. We'll be right back. And welcome back. You're still watching Beautiful Day. Now, if you've ever wanted to try flying an actual airliner, particularly almost an actual cockpit of an Airbus A320. Now, you can, from the comfort of the city and the safety of the ground, we were talking about this for weeks, actually.
No.
It's been hard
you
to
got
get...
me all excited with your stories about this.
Oh, I've never been there. Pero it's so... I'm excited because I was putting aviation in particular with our guest here, David de Koenigswarter. Thank you so much for joining us here. Looking sharp as per usual.
Thanks for having me. I'm happy to be here.
I mean, like, and I was
He
always
actually
talking
looks
about
like he's
this.
going to be hosting this show.
Oo nga eh.
Yeah.
No, I'm perpetually underdressed. But then, because just a bit of a background, this guy's a pilot, right? This guy's a pilot. He's also an athlete and a musician. Pero we're gonna focus on the aviation part of your life, okay? Sputnik, how did that start out?
So basically, during COVID, the job market for pilots is really not doing very well. I was in between two airlines at the time. And when COVID happened, basically the whole aviation industry shut down. I started a live stream on Facebook using a flight simulator to try and teach my friends how to fly the Airbus. And I had a tita who was like, hey, you should put this online. It's pretty cool. So I did. I started streaming it, and people started following.
Yeah.
So that kind of led to us building this community where we were just teaching people how to fly. Long story short, moving forward, it turned into what it is now, which is basically a business. It's a full-on business where the goal is really to motivate the next generation of pilots.
And you started in Clark, and then you moved to Manila a couple years later. What was the whole process like? What were the challenges, and how have things changed since that move?
Well, the reason why we were in Clark was because we were working with a flying school that didn't have a lot of simulator use because of the whole COVID thing.
Yeah.
So they looked at us, since we were real pilots running it, they said, why don't you run this sim for non-pilots, and let's try and, gain some business here.
Right.
Yeah.
So we used it in the guise of us doing recreational teaching, right? Fast forward again to now, we basically put together the whole plan, the whole business plan and all that, and it looked profitable enough and looked sustainable, more importantly. And now we have our own facility where we play football.
Yeah, actually, right beside it. Yeah. That's why I know about it, to be honest.
But you've never tried.
I've never tried it. I'm afraid I might kick the ball in the wrong place. So, but the thing, David, that really caught my eye is that you're also catering to really young kids, like grassroots, the youth, trying to get more people into aviation. It's a bug that I know you can't really shake once you get into it.
Yeah.
How has the reception been like when you reached out? So to the kids, sa mga bata talaga, because I think they even had a summer program for that. Ako dati, nagsa-summer camp ako ng basketball ng 2 linggo, 3
usually
linggo.
sports eh.
Oo,
right?
usually sports.
Yeah.
Ito, hey, fly a plane.
Well, interestingly enough, we're both former athletes. Well,
Yeah.
I say I'm a former athlete.
No, you're more a former athlete than me. Yeah.
We're using the foundation of athletes, which is using the way that we teach. We bring up kids, and it's supposed to be like a grassroots program for football and for basketball and all
Yeah.
that. We're taking what we know from sports into this, where we want to make sure that kids are brought up in a grassroots level towards becoming professional aviators. There's a lot to be developed. It's not just simply getting into a cockpit and flying an aircraft. There's a lot of maturity involved. So we're trying to develop things like thought process, the pros and the cons of making big decisions, because that's really what pilots do. So now that we can cater to the youth, we try to instill these sort of responsibilities in making decisions in these simulators for them to see what it's like and whether they're cut out for it or not in the future. So, yeah.
So as soon as the guest enters the cockpit, can you walk us through that experience? So what do they do once they're there?
Well, we have a whole facility, so it's not simply just a simulator. We have a lounge, we have a briefing room, we have a jet bridge with the sounds of what you hear in an airport.
Okay.
So it's kind of psyching out the kid into being like, wow, I'm really in an airport with passengers and a reception and lounge and all that. And it's preparing them so when they walk into that cockpit, they'd be like, wow, this is really
This is
cool.
the real thing.
Yeah, and this is what I want to do when I grow older.
Yeah.
This is a career. So, we take them through the whole thing. Everyone is trained in the facility to be very professional and very airline-like,
Right.
Because that's the whole point. You come here for you come to us for an experience, and that experience is supposed to be, worthwhile.
Yeah, we're actually seeing some of the videos right now
are we?
there.
Okay.
And I
it's,
read that
it's
they can
insane.
actually choose which airport.
Yeah, we have basically the whole world's
Okay.
database.
That's so interesting.
Yeah, and for those wondering, because there is a dog staring at us right now with the logo. Konting background naman dun.
That is my dog.
Yes.
His name,
Okay.
his name is Sputnik. He is he's quite old now. He's a 13-year-old Labrador.
Okay.
And during COVID, my wife helped me name this because we really didn't have a plan for this at all.
Yeah.
And the dog, who was very close to us, was
The
just
dog had the plan.
pretty much.
Yeah.
He was just sitting there looking at me one day, and he goes, "I was thinking, what do we call this? What do we call this?" And my wife's step was like, "Let's call it Sputnik Aviation. We need a name." Okay, so Sputnik sitting there looking, and it's kind of a corny spin to that, but really, it was so unplanned that we had to stick with the name because it gained a lot of popularity pretty quickly.
Oh, that's so funny.
So-
I like how Paning was not offended that it was named after the dog and not her.
Well, she gets upset when I don't say that she named.
Okay,
the company.
that's the
Okay.
important part. That's the important part.
At least,
Uh-oh.
that there's a disclaimer.
Yeah.
But I think that will attract the kids also once they enter and then they see that dog like, ooh, if a dog can fly a plane, then I can too.
Yeah.
But so you have a future flyer program for the kids and zero knowledge sessions for adults. How do you tailor the experience differently across these age groups?
One thing we noticed about first-timers here is they're very overwhelmed by all the buttons and all the things you need to know, because that simulator that we have is actually a training level simulator used by real pilots. We try to kind of dumb it down a bit, keep it very simple and keep it fun, because we believe that if you want to be interested in something, you got to actually enjoy it at least in the very beginning.
Yeah.
Then you kind of go into the nitty-gritty later on, right? But we just try to keep it very simple, straightforward. We want to take you from here to here. You do a PA. Your parents are at the back listening, very proud, taking photos and all of that. So the goal is after this session, you walk out of here with this big smile and you're like, I want to become a pilot. That's it. And so far, I don't think we've had one customer kid that hasn't walked out of there and said, I want to be a pilot. They all say, I want to be a pilot. This is what I want to do.
I like how you specified kid. But
Was there any kid who totally blew your mind behind the controls?
You know what? You know how parents nowadays are like, I don't want my kid to be on the iPad. I don't want them to play Roblox
Yeah.
and all these things. The kids that we've seen that come in who are good at video games are very good
Yeah.
at handling an aircraft. Because it's the same thing. It's hand-eye coordination, it's all these things. So we had a kid yesterday that came who was like really into like Roblox and all that. And she just did it really well.
Yeah.
She was
Wow.
following the indications very well and very stable on the controls.
Wow.
Okay, so I'm not stopping my daughter from doing her video games.
She could be a pilot.
Yeah.
soon. Maybe she should go through Sputnik.
Maybe.
Yeah. You mentioned it's also professional training level. So does that mean you actually do have professionals come in as well to, I'm basically freshen up and train as well?
Yeah. So at the moment we are not CAP certified, but what we do is more of mentorship and coaching. So if you're a real pilot preparing for an airline assessment coming up, or you're just trying to sharpen up your skills off the record, the fidelity of the simulator is the same, almost exactly the same as what we would use in the airline. So a lot of them come over to practice for their assessments and preparations for bigger and more official training. Yeah.
Have any of your clients moved on from, being a simulation rookie into flying an actual plane?
Yes.
Whoa.
Proudly say yes. A lot of them I met during COVID with this live stream thing.
Yeah.
We kind of developed them flying on Flight Simulator during the pandemic. And a few of them are now flying in the local airlines already, flying the real Airbus, flying real passengers.
Yeah.
Which to me, it makes me very proud to know that we were a part of that journey.
Yeah. Wow. Did you think that you would be a mentor at however young we actually are?
Let's not talk
Let's not talk about that. Yeah.
No, I never thought of that. It was more just me and my passion about aviation. But I guess it kind of, people kind of just ended up seeing that passion and being attracted to that passion. And similarly, with all the technology available to kids now, with all these flight simulators are so realistic.
Yeah.
It's available to anyone as long as you have a computer at home and some time on your hands. You can have flights.
Has this changed the way you looked at your career, your job? Because some people, they're pilots, they're just pilots. You've turned it into a business, an extension of your life away from the cockpit by actually putting another sort of cockpit somewhere else. I mean, like, how has that changed the way that you've approached this job, this industry?
It pushes me to learn more because as professional pilots, we are continuously learning. We're always in simulator sessions, training for emergencies and all that. But owning this business and developing, knowing that I develop more, especially younger kids, it forces me to study more, deeper and deeper into the things that I want to talk about and share to recreationalists who want to become pilots. It's not simply about operating the aircraft now, but it's also teaching a mindset, how to be mature about making decisions and following procedures and following checklists and all of these things and working around these rules.
Now, David, behind the simulator doors, there's a team that brings this to life. So who are your engines? Who are the people working with you? Do you have pilots, other pilots also as a part of your team?
Yeah, we have a bunch of real-world pilots,
Okay.
licensed pilots who do this on the side because they just really love it as well.
Okay.
We have a lot of graduates, like tourism graduates, aviation tourism, and AMT, or like aircraft maintenance. They work with us. They do marketing. They fix the simulator. So it's a bunch of aviation people.
Okay.
But we also I do hire actually a lot of non-pilots.
Okay.
We have a lot of these flight simmers, we call them, who are just really addicted to flight simulator, and they're really good.
Okay.
So I hire some of them, and they do the recreational stuff, and they teach the kids, and they're really good at it. They're super passionate about it. So I believe as long as you're really passionate about the career, you will go far. And those are the guys I want to develop. And we consider ourselves to be a training institution or a developmental type of an institution where we bring in people, kids, younger ones, and we develop them so that they go forth onwards to bigger and better places. Yeah.
It's great that we're doing this and we're talking about aviation because let's be fair also, because in the news lately, aviation has not had the best rep, especially with certain disasters here and there. I mean, it's always hard to just look at that and assess, but then how important is it that this could actually dispel some of those fears when it comes to aviation?
Yeah, actually, we do a fear of flying package.
Really?
We have
Okay, how does that go?
We have a bunch of nervous flyers, especially the regular flyers. They come in and they're like, every time I get on a plane, I'm like shaking, I'm crying, and I'm like, we have this program where we take them in there. We give them enough knowledge about what's going on because, in my opinion, most of the fear comes from the unknown.
Yeah.
You don't really know what's going on as a passenger. Even me, when I'm a passenger, I sit at the back. I'm like, it's like, I don't know about some of you guys, but when I drive or when I'm a passenger in a car, I don't feel very comfortable. I feel like I'd be more comfortable actually driving the car.
Yeah. I know what you feel, yeah.
Yeah, so when we have these nervous flyers come in, we just show them what goes on, what is the thought process of a professional pilot, what are we doing, what is turbulence all about, and when they kind of get a grip of that, it kind of calms them down a bit. And we've had good feedback from some of these clients. So.
I'm curious, meron bang part sa simulation na parang, okay, so there's turbulence,
Umaalog ba yung simulator?
do you actually prepare them for situations like that? Kasi syempre, di ba, like technical issues, do you create that as part of the simulation also? Or?
100%. Our simulator has all the capabilities to induce any type of failure or emergency or something like that.
Right.
So obviously we don't choose the crazy ones for them
yeah,
because we don't want to go through that whole thing. But what we do is we give them certain failures where because the aircraft will alert you. It'll alert the pilot. So we'll go boom, it'll go ping, and then the flight instructor will say, okay, so this is what we do. When we're faced with a situation like this, it tells us what to do. Our thought process is, do we need to divert now? Are the passengers okay?
That's good.
You know, if they're not, where do we go? What airports are open?
Right.
And before the flight, we actually show them how we plan a flight, because a lot of the flight comes in the flight planning stage before we even depart. So we explain these things.
I just flashed back to the movie Sully, the whole flight simulator scene there. But yeah, I mean, like, we can go on and on talking about this, but let's talk about the future for Sputnik. Like, what plans do you have moving forward? Obviously, you have a fantastic facility. At the moment, you're already catering to kids. What's the next step in your mind?
We've been being pushed forward by a lot of people to go into actual official training. And, well, the cat's out of the bag at this point. We've actually submitted our intention to the authorities to apply to become an official training institution here in the Philippines. So we'll be focusing on a lot of very specific types of training. But we want to focus where we're good at. We don't intend on buying aircraft.
Right.
Yeah.
We're going to focus on the simulator stuff and hopefully develop through our network of universities and schools. We want to make sure we develop a good set of grassroots, all the way from kids all the way up to professionals, so that we have a good new breed of aviators coming up in the next 10, 20 years.
For those who want to check you guys out, where can they find you online?
You can check us out at SputnikAviation.com. We're on Facebook, Instagram, at Sputnik Aviation. All of our information's there. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to send us any message. Our team will be available anytime to get back to you. Hope to see you there.
All right. So, you know what, Anne, can I just say, David is here because he skipped tennis to join us.
Thank you very much.
And not just that.
What?
We were talking about how athletes we are. The best athlete in the room is seated on the couch right now. Pwede ba pa-swing over sa couch po natin? No? Bilyonaryo de Koenigswarter
My better half
is here
She'll
in
be
the
our next
house.
guest.
Maybe one time.
Yes.
Yeah, but she was also the reason why she came, because David would not reply. Paneng would.
Oh, wow. Guilty as charged.
Yes, but thank you so much for joining us
Thank you,
again.
David.
Really
So much for
appreciate
having
you for
me.
being on the show. All right, that's David de Koenigswarter, founder of Sputnik Aviation. So that's a wrap on our show today, on Wednesday, July 16. I'm Paolo de Rosario. Remember, keep it cool, take it easy.
I'm Asis-Carilo. Hope you have a good one. Remember to choose joy and spread love and kindness wherever this day takes you. See you again tomorrow, 7 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. only here on
Beautiful day.